All right. Epic theme music, check. Big giant head, check. I think it's time for Adventures After Dark. Hi, everybody. It's Big Ed Mustafa. It's another exciting Friday night here on the Lotro Stream channel. I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. And we're going to do some questing and adventuring tonight. I'm playing Dardanissa. She's a high elf. She's a burglar. She's level 136 with a bullet. And on Wednesday night, we just did the Abyss of Mordath. And we did it with 7 of us instead of 12. And I think I only died a few times. At least that's my story. I'm sticking with it. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope you guys are ready for a big old relaxing weekend. And if you have to work this weekend, well, you got to make hay while the sun's shining. That's okay too. Eating food and living indoors is nice, so stay motivated and make some cash. Tonight's snack, I have some peanut butter stuffed pretzels. I think I might be running low on task items. I might have to go kill a bunch of stuff. Let's see what we do have. Toughened skins. Do I need to check for the task at hand? I do not, because I think I finished it yesterday. I try to do my task item turn-ins every day, boys and girls, because they're good and good for me. I get experience points, item experience points, war steed experience points, reputation points. I earn titles, I earn cosmetics, and if I turn in enough of them, I may earn Lotro points or even level up. So if you're not doing your task item turn-ins every day, get with the program. You're missing out. Oh, speaking of missing out, I wonder if I'm missing any reward track stuff. I think we got a new reward track that just started with the new update, so that's okay. I think I just checked it a day or two ago, so I probably have all of the ancient script that I could get. Not night-touched fur. We're still doing toughened skins. I had a lot of those stored away, didn't I? Antler booping in. Ancient script. Ed's favorite grind. I do love it so. And tonight's quote of the day is, always keep looking forward and never look back, Justin Bieber. And I thought about typing, because Diddy might be back there, but it's Lotro Stream, I want to keep it classy, so I just went with the original quote and did not embellish an ending to it. So that's okay. We're keeping it classy. It's Lotro Stream, and it's a privilege for me to stream here, and I appreciate the privilege. So I did not type that as the quote of the day. Tufted ears. Level 121. So the best thing you can use for task item turn-ins is anything you have exactly 10 of, because as soon as you turn that in, boom, it opens up a pack space. That's the best. There is no more valuable item in all of Middle Earth than extra pack space. And those birds are making some racket. What was that I had? Frost-rimmed ears? I had exactly 10 of those, too. No, I didn't have. I had 11 ears. Dang it. All right, let's turn in the skins then. Boom, pack space. It's glorious. And I've got 11 cracked axes. Be nice if I only had 10 of them. Oh. Task limit reached. Doggone it. 10 out of 10. Ooh, that's a fancy new deed log. I hadn't seen that yet. I did the update yesterday. Mostly because I just wanted to do task item turn-ins again yesterday. I hadn't actually poked around too much in the game after the update, so cool. Zinger checking in. Antler agrees I'm super classy. Zinger says, so what you're saying, you need me to send you more task items. I think I'll be okay, Zinger. Egarther says opinions vary wildly on the new deed log.
Yeah, it's kind of bugged right now.
Yeah, it's okay. You want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs.
I think there's like something going on with the escape key or something, and a bunch of other things.
Okay. Now that Zinger's here, I wanted to talk computer hardware.
I thought we were keeping it classy.
We are. I'm always classy when I talk about computer hardware. So, NVIDIA has launched 3 new graphics cards, the 5090, the 5080, and the 5070 Ti. They're going to release the 5070 non-Ti version on March 4th. And on March 6th, AMD is launching the new Radeon RX 9070 and 9070 XT. And everybody's very mad at NVIDIA because the new cards are extremely expensive and not that much faster than the 40 series. And the 40 series ran out of supply a long time ago because they were trying to ramp up for the new launch, and they didn't have very many cards. It's been called a paper launch. Very few people have been able to get their hands on cards. Scalper prices kicked in immediately. And then on top of that, they've had problems with cards that were missing components on the GPU. And they've also had more problems with their fancy new 12-volt pin connector for PCIe power, shorting out and melting and causing cards to burn. So imagine, the other problem they have all the time is neither AMD nor NVIDIA, the MSRP that they launch cards at means anything. And the best illustration I can give you is when I bought my Radeon 5700 XT. Great card, really liked it. And I'm fairly agnostic when it comes to which brand of hardware I buy. I take a look at what's available, what the performance for the dollar is versus how much I actually want to spend. And perfect example, love my niece, love my nephew. My niece has an Intel 10400F and GeForce GTX 980 graphics card. My nephew has my old Ryzen 2700 chip and a Radeon 6600 graphics card. It's just a matter of what was available for the best price at the time I put the PC together.
How can I be of service?
I've had NVIDIA graphics cards, I have had Radeon graphics cards, and when I went to buy my 5700 XT, I was like, well, should I get a 5700 XT or should I get the 3070, which I think was a new card at the time? I might have been looking at the 2070. I don't remember exactly, but whatever. The NVIDIA card was $499. The Radeon card was $449, suggested MSRP. So they were within $50 of one another. They kind of traded blows performance-wise. And I was like, I wonder where I could get the best deal. Well, when I actually went to go buy the cards, I found a Radeon 5700 XT that was on sale for $369, which was $80 below MSRP. And the cheapest RTX 2070 or 3070 I could find was $569, $70 above MSRP. So you had two video cards that were pretty much neck and neck performance-wise. But for some reason, the NVIDIA card was $150 more expensive. So needless to say, I bought the AMD card, and they announced MSRP prices on these new RTX cards, the 50 series, and when I say they sold out, I don't mean the first day. I mean the first 5 minutes that they were launched. Very few cards were available. People had paid money to get bots to try to get them in the ordering queues, and even the paid bots weren't able to get people cards. People camped out around the block at micro centers, some people for 2 and 3 days before the cards launched. And you get 60 or 70 people spending the night outside of a micro center. And when they opened, some of the stores had 3 cards, some of them had 6 cards, and there were a couple of micro centers that didn't get any inventory for launch day. So imagine camping out for 2 days outside of your local micro center to find out that the location you were camped out at didn't even get any inventory for launch day. Egarther says if you want to use the old deed log, it's still available at Control L.
And hello, Priya, Egarther, and Forbin Kid.
Hello.
Hello.
So whenever anybody has a computer problem on my channel, my retort is always, oh, you're probably using that shoddy AMD junk. That's why you're having so much computer trouble. And of course, my last 3 processors have been Ryzen 2700, Ryzen 5700X, Ryzen 7800X3D. My last 4 graphics cards were Radeon 580 8 gig, Radeon 5700 XT, Radeon 6700 XT, and now Radeon 7900 XT. I've had NVIDIA cards, I've had Intel processors, it's all good product. I do not understand the slavish devotion to NVIDIA that so many gamers seem to exhibit.
I think that might be something that Druid's Fire might be able to answer.
Maybe. I mean, the NVIDIA hardware is good, but AMD's done so much work on their drivers and software that in a lot of respects, not me saying this, most of the big tech tubers out there, Linus Tech Tips, Jay's 2 Cents, Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unboxed, they actually say that they find AMD software better in a lot of respects than NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA's been having driver issues this launch. They've been having trouble with black screens, people having to uninstall the graphics drivers, wipe the system, or there's a program that basically deletes all traces of your graphics drivers. The name escapes me at the moment. But people have had to go in, basically wipe out their graphics drivers and install fresh to get their brand new $2,500 NVIDIA cards working. And NVIDIA has problems occasionally. AMD has problems occasionally. Same with Intel on processors. To say Intel has problems with graphics cards would be an understatement. But their products have improved radically, and if they ever get their production up to snuff, they might actually be able to gobble a little market share on the low end. But the amount of vitriol and hate towards NVIDIA has really been extraordinary, at least in the tech review community. I mean, the number of high-level review streamers I saw who put YouTube videos together that were basically just laced with profanity, calling NVIDIA out on some of their practices. And, you know, I mean, NVIDIA just reported higher than expected earnings again on Wall Street. They're making so much money on data center and AI products, I don't really think they care about the gaming market. So these new AMD cards will be shipping at the end of next week, and the story is that AMD was planning on launching them in January and then decided to wait and see what Nvidia did and let them go first. And they've actually built up stock over the last few months. And supposedly their driver team got the extra time they needed to just iron out any last minute bugs or any idiosyncrasies in the driver software for the new cards. So it might be AMD's best offering, but what's going to be interesting is with NVIDIA having a 90% market share, if AMD comes out with a great card that's a better value and that's widely available, is anybody going to buy them? I have no idea.
I hate to interrupt the tech talk, but I think you're being summoned.
By whom?
Mrs. M.
Really? She should be sleeping.
Yeah. Thought I heard her in the background.
Pookie? I don't think so. She's out.
Okay.
Actually, I thought she fell asleep too early. I was actually trying to make noise and wake her up earlier. So I can run the garbage disposal or slam a door or actually call out her name and she won't wake up. But if I went out to the kitchen and opened a bag of chips, she would immediately jump up and go, "What are you eating?" It's pretty extraordinary, actually. So, the new cards that AMD's supposedly launching next week are the top of the line card is about as fast as my 7900 XT. So I don't really have any plans on replacing my video card. I'm quite happy with my setup. It's actually quite overpowered considering the games I typically play. But
I hear Lotro's too big on the graphics card.
well, I occasionally make a joke about I'm really excited for the ray tracing upgrade for Lotro, but I don't think we're going to see that anytime too soon.
No. Considering we still haven't got 4K support for monitors,
Also true.
I don't think we'll get ray tracing anytime soon.
It could happen.
Yeah, and I could win $1 million.
Well, typically it would involve NVIDIA sending like 10 software engineers over to Standing Stone to help them upgrade the game. But I doubt Lotro is very high on their priority list.
Yeah, especially seeing as I can't get NVIDIA to recognize Lotro even exists on my computer.
That's got to be annoying. Tower says, I got my naval battle work in. I saw Antler was on there earlier. Gore put up a bunch of stars. Zinger says, eggs are too expensive to be making omelets.
Okay.
You know, it's been kind of funny, but I do all the grocery shopping now since Mrs. M's little trip to the hospital a couple of years ago. And when I went to the store and, you know, the store brand eggs were $2 a dozen and the premium brand eggs were $4 a dozen, I was always like, why would anybody bother with premium branded eggs? They all fall out of a chicken from somewhere. And I never paid much attention to it, but now the cheap eggs are $6.50 a dozen and the expensive eggs are like $6.75 a dozen. It's like, okay, we'll try the premium eggs. And I was shocked at the difference between the cheap eggs and the expensive eggs. The shells are better, they crack cleaner, they're thicker, the yolks are more dark and rich looking. And it's like, oh, there actually is a difference between these eggs. Who knew?
Yeah. And the premium brand eggs usually have a better flavor too. But I got spoiled. We had chickens when I was young.
Nice.
Younger. So, yeah, I was raised with eggs that we collected ourselves.
And hello, Freelancer.
Freelancer says, I'm buying eggs for $3.69 a dozen for extra large AA. Very nice.
That's actually a pretty good price. Okay.
Actually, one of the network administrators I work with, she's got an acreage and a lot of animals, including chickens that lay eggs. And she's like, "Yeah, if you ever want eggs, let me know." And it's like, I wouldn't mind getting farm fresh eggs, but at the same time, we don't really eat that many of them here, my wife and I. And when we do, I mean, it's like I might make her an omelet for breakfast on the weekend, or I'll drop an egg in our ramen. We don't really. I don't know that I really need to bother, and I'd hate to
I
get
usually do.
farm fresh eggs and end up not using them. I'd hate to get a couple from a local source and then end up having a couple of them just go to waste or something. That would be bad. What were you going to say, Antler?
Oh, I was gonna say usually I've been doing eggs for like certain occasions, for like breakfast for like holidays and stuff whenever I can, that sort of thing.
Well, it's got to be tough for people who like to bake, or if you actually had a commercial bakery right now. What? Yeah, I'll be right back. Antler thought he heard you bellowing.
Oh dear.
I know when she's awake.
Did you secretly call Mrs. M and say,
I don't know what happens. I don't know why. It
you
literally
need
happens.
to bug Big Ed because I already told him that you wanted it. You're just a troublemaker, that's what you are.
Oh dear. Oh.
All I gotta do this weekend is deal with my housing stuff, and then I'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm just deciding who goes over first. I'll probably be transferring my hunter first. It's just a question of
All right, we've got her situated. Most of my regular viewers know, but Mrs. M is wheelchair bound and needs a lot of help with things like putting her hooded sweatshirt back on once she gets cold. And I was like, "Do you want to put this back on?" And she was like, "No, I'm hot." I'm like, "You're going to want it." She's like, "No, that's okay." So that's what she called me out there for. Wait, I want that sweatshirt. Okay. Wish I'd have thought of that earlier.
Oh, did anyone catch Cord earlier today?
Yeah, he was doing the raid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was, shall we say,
Carried?
participating in the raid. He wasn't leading the raid.
No. He was one of the top rating kins on Landravol took him through it.
Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Singer's getting eggs for about $3.50 a dozen. They normally hike the price right before Easter anyway, so.
Actually, Freelancer, that sounds yum.
Ham, pepper, onion, and tomato omelets? Yeah, that does sound yum.
Maybe with sausage.
Ham is leaner.
I always do my eggs with sausage.
Just remember, Antler, there is no wrong way to eat pork. The best way to do it would be to have eggs with ham, bacon, sausage, and a pork chop.
There is actually a wrong way to eat pork if you're my husband.
Uh-oh.
And that is?
Yeah. He's allergic to pork. He can only eat ham or bacon.
Oh.
Isn't that pork?
They are pork in a sense, but they're also it's. We think the difference is how they're treated.
Okay.
I,
So it's
I
like normal pork tenderloins or whatever are prepared a different way than
yeah.
Sounds to
I
me
don't
like
know
salt
what's wrong.
cured. Most bacon and almost all ham is salt cured, and not all pork is.
And also, some bacons are smoked. But yeah, I got no idea what it is. But pork, he can't have.
That would
And
be
a
rough.
bacon, different story. Yeah, it's weird. Then again, I don't cook much pork anyway, so it's
Well,
not
yeah, if your
that
husband's
big of a
allergic to it,
drama.
I can see why. If I were allergic to pork and Mrs. M were cooking, she'd cook it all the time.
It's like those pharmaceutical ads that say, "Don't take this drug if you're allergic to it."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who thought that was a good idea?
Oh,
Don't get me started on pharmaceutical ads.
yeah, I saw a thing a few weeks ago. It's like 50 years ago, the car owner's manual told you how to change the valves or set the valves. You buy a new car today, it tells you not to drink the battery acid.
No. And the reason they
know,
have to
if
give
we
that
wanted-
warning is because somebody did it.
Exactly. I was
Yep.
just about to say, every
Yeah.
single one of those stupid statements was probably the result of a lawsuit where some.
The reason why they had to give that warning is because some idiot judge accepted such a lawsuit as though the vendor is responsible for somebody else's stupidity.
There was an old
Well-
Saturday Night Live commercial parody for something called Happy Fun Ball. Do you guys, anybody
Happy
remember
Fun
that?
Ball. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball.
It was for a children's toy called Happy Fun Ball, and the commercial was about 10 seconds with like 3 minutes of horrible warnings at the end of the commercial. It was pretty hilarious.
There was also like Johnny Human Torch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it had things like also do not cut open a Happy Fun Ball without, I don't know, it required some special kind of suit to protect you against unknowable, like, nuclear damage and stuff.
Let me see, just for fun,
Yeah.
if I can YouTube that, and maybe we'll listen
Oh,
to it.
if you can, I'd be horribly shocked because
It would be
that's a
disappointing.
classic.
Happy Fun Ball.
The SNL ad parodies were phenomenal in the first 8 years.
Newsflash: my plane's gone down.
You weren't always sure it was them right away. They were so clean. Looked like a real commercial, and then partway in, you could always go, they got it.
Yes, it's Happy Fun Ball, the toy sensation that's
dear.
sweeping the nation. Only $14.95 at participating stores. Get one today.
Warning. Pregnant women, the elderly, and children under 10 should avoid prolonged exposure to Happy Fun Ball. Caution. Happy Fun Ball may suddenly accelerate to dangerous speeds. Happy Fun Ball contains a liquid core which, if exposed due to rupture, should not be touched, inhaled, or looked at. Do not use Happy Fun Ball on concrete. Discontinue use of Happy Fun Ball if any of the following occurs: itching, vertigo, dizziness, tingling in extremities, loss of balance or coordination, slurred speech, temporary blindness, profuse sweating, or heart palpitations. If Happy Fun Ball begins to smoke, get away immediately, seek shelter, and cover head. Happy Fun Ball may stick to certain types of skin. When not in use, Happy Fun Ball should be returned to its special container and kept under refrigeration. Failure to do so relieves the makers of Happy Fun Ball, Wacky Products Incorporated, and its parent company, Global Chemical Unlimited, of any and all liability. Ingredients of Happy Fun Ball include an unknown glowing substance which fell to Earth, presumably from outer space. Happy Funball has been shipped to our troops in Saudi Arabia and is also being dropped by our warplanes on Iraq. Do not taunt Happy Funball. Happy Funball comes with a lifetime guarantee.
Happy Funball. Accept no substitutes.
That's Happy Funball. Good times. All right, anyway, back to this Lord of the Rings online thing. What are you guys in the mood for tonight?
Were we supposed to hear that? I didn't hear anything.
You weren't listening to the
Oh,
stream.
I'm sorry. I'm only listening to Discord. I'm not listening to the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, I turned
Yeah,
my
same.
volume up to play.
I mute the stream whenever I join Discord.
That's okay, I understand. Yeah, I was playing the Happy Funball commercial, so. You know what I can do? I'll post a link.
Okay. I don't really care much what we do.
All right, Fallen Kings and Battle on the Stairs it is.
Except those.
Now you're going to get particular. I see how it is.
Remerkant.
Yeah, or I've got the quest for Anvil in there too, but I don't think we're high enough level to be able to 6-man it.
Not quite there yet. Well, there's only 3 of us in the party right now. Are you on your Bjorning, Egarther?
Yes, I am.
All right, go ahead and spell it. VIL.
GILS.
You are invited.
Yeah, I might get a different name. I might actually change some of the names of my characters, because some of these random ones are kind of weird.
Zinger wants to
the
remind
only-
us to swap out our Light of Ariandel stuff.
Oh, did that the second I
Thanks for the reminder.
Got
You're
out
going
of
to
the
exploit
instance.
the system for a name change? Shame on you.
I'm going to create 3 on the first day and about 24 more on the third day, and that's about all I have to do. Worry
Yeah.
about moving and everything later.
I mean, the only two names I really care about are my RK and my Hunter on Landreval.
Oh, doggone it. That's not it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My Twitter post, my X post, refers to the upcoming server transfer and name taking. Hopefully you'll find that amusing.
Okay.
I liked it so much I forgot to type, check out Adventures After Dark at LotroStream. So, but it's like, yeah. if somebody out there doesn't already know I'm on LotroStream at 10 o'clock Eastern on Friday nights, then they probably wouldn't care if I did tell them. So that's okay.
Yeah. What am I after? Oh, that's right.
I'm going to guess you actually have to have a Twitter account to see that post, right?
I don't think so. To reply to it or like it, you would, but I think you can view it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain level of visibility you get even without logging in.
Okay.
Oh. Whew.
Freelancer, are you on Cord? Is that you?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
him.
me. I'm just into Mordor Besieged, trying desperately to catch up.
Okay. We could go hunt Nazgul with you.
Well, yeah, we could. Hang on a second. Let me make sure that.
Isn't it? I think you have to be 125 to get the quests. So.
He's 129.
Oh, okay. What am I doing?
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me get Zinger up to date on all the latest computer hardware news.
Yeah,
Oh, what did I miss? Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Okay.
Apparently, the official cause of death has been released for Gene Hackman.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was still undetermined. Oh no, I'm thinking Michelle Trachtenberg.
No,
It's
she was
officially undetermined.
she had some sort of liver
problem.
disease. Yeah, that killed her. No, apparently Gene Hackman's pacemaker died or something like that.
Well, what I heard was that they're trying to determine the time of death by looking at the last activity of the pacemaker. I didn't hear that that was actually implicated as a cause of death. They were just using it to try and pinpoint the time of death.
Yeah, well, that's what I've heard. I don't know how.
I have one
accurate that
question,
is.
and I'd literally never heard of this until the story came out. And then I was talking to somebody at lunch, and they gave me their business card. And it was a guy who does woodworking. And on the back of his card, this is the second time I've seen it in 24 hours after not having heard of this my entire life. Mudroom. What is a mudroom? I've literally never heard of this before.
It's a utility room.
Yeah, basically, it's a
can't
room
believe-
that's just inside your entryway where you can take off your boots and your coat and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only your muddy boots.
Yeah.
Right.
It
So
helps keep
very
your
often has
house clean.
the washer and dryer in it, but not always. I have a room that could be called a mud room. It's if you enter my house from the garage, the next room you get into is the quote unquote laundry room, aka utility room. But if I'm working in the yard, I come through there, take my shoes off in that room.
Yeah.
Because my shoes might be muddy.
I had literally never heard this term before.
Wow. In the middle of the country?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've never heard of a mudroom.
I hadn't heard of it until my brother bought a house with a mudroom like a couple of years ago. And then we started talking about the mudroom.
Foyer, utility room, all those. Yeah, we just don't use the term here.
Omaha doesn't have enough water for mud.
We usually do. Believe me, there's plenty of mud and manure and there's plenty of gardening and farming that goes on around here. So it's probably like the difference between soda and cola. It's just maybe it's a regional thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'd never heard the term before.
I've heard of it here, so I doubt it's a regional thing.
Okay.
I never heard it in Michigan, but my brother's in Massachusetts, and apparently it's a thing there.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I feel enlightened. Thank you. I was going to look it up. I was going to Google it, and then I got sidetracked with something else.
That's fair enough.
It's nothing special. Let's put it that way for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Zinger
it's
said
basically
Zinger was going to warn you that it's a trap. He gets you the Nazgul, then he gets you into Fallen Kings. Zinger's not wrong.
Well, the only problem is somebody else would have to play tank because this is a minstrel.
No, we've got a champion.
Where?
Exactly.
I heard that an all minstrel raid did Hidden Horde tier 2. So minstrels can be tanks apparently.
Listen, I've done an all minstrel raid. I've done an all Bjorning raid. All Bjorning raid is actually pretty easy. You know what's hard? An all warden raid.
I thought wardens
They
could
don't
be
stack
tanks.
their bleeds.
Wardens? No. Wardens can be a lot of things. They're the second. To me, they're the second most versatile behind the Bjorning.
Owl is asking, Mustafa, are you Turkish? I am not Turkish.
It's hard for people to be very good at wardens. It's very hard for people to be good at wardens in more than one way. And most people play wardens just one way, and it's just straight DPS. Very few people actually strive for the tank structure, and very few people can do the intermediate, like support / tank. And I don't get that. It's not any harder than an RK or an LM playing a strong support role.
Yeah, although off tanking is a difficult skill.
It is, and there's a lot of places where it's not desirable. But the thing is, everybody has to take care of their own health, with maybe 2 or 3 guys who are focusing on doing the convictions periodically in a raid setup. If you've got an all warden raid, there's a couple people who are going to have to dedicate themselves to rotating through convictions and desolations. Everybody else can pretty much do what they want with the tank setup, focusing on doing the extra high threat. Okay, I was able to pick up the Woe of Khan quest, so I'm definitely capable of doing the Nazgul quests.
I never doubted you.
Wasn't sure. Figured before people went,
Well,
finding themselves.
I didn't want to put any pressure on you, but I know Igarther's anxious to get his Bjorning into Fallen Kings. He DM'd me about it.
Yeah.
It could be true.
No, it can't. I've already been in there.
Oh, okay. So the question came up, are you Turkish, of course, and the name Mustafa Mustafa Ataturk was the kind of the first president of modern day Turkey. It's a popular name in many parts of the Muslim world, but of course I took it from the Dirty Harry movie, The Enforcer. There was a character played by Albert Popwell, Big Ed Mustafa. And when your name is Edward, most of the nicknames that fall on you are usually Mr. Ed, Fast Eddie, Eddie Haskell. The only cool one I could think of was Big Ed Mustafa, so I borrowed it from my gamer tag.
Or in Latro, it's Ed is dead.
Ed is dead, yeah. That's more just a statement of fact usually when we're questing. Alright, so let's go meet Freelancer in Mordor Besieged.
I'm I'm there now.
Okay, I'm basically on the top of the Welcome Loft, so I'm going to be a while getting there.
That's okay. We can summon you if you need a summons.
I've got the Udun summons. It won't take me long to get there. It's just
Okay.
it
That's
won't.
how I beat.
Udun to Ruins of Dingar.
Yeah.
That was my route.
Can't get there from the kin house anymore. I've taken it down.
Yeah, I know you said you got everything packed up.
Well, the Mordor door is still up there, but that's because it's bound to a tune that I haven't gone over there with in a while. My lore master.
I thought once you took something off, it just sent it to the character that owns it.
Oh, Owl loves Western movies. Yeah. Missany rating? Hello, Missany and Raiders. Welcome, everybody. Let's get Missany a shout out.
Missany was on with Questing Dad the other night.
We'll shout out the Questing Dad, too. So many good Lotro streamers these days.
Inquiring Minds is there. Okay. I am here.
All right, I've gotten as far as Udun. I will ride on.
Let me check something here. I have not healed with this guy in quite a while.
So, good example of why I like to be free to play. So, it's going to take me long enough to ride to the ruins of Dingarth that I can actually work on my roast beef sandwich. So, it's a good thing. You're going to practice your healing?
Do we need LOE in
Well, I
here?
got to make sure I've got a healing spec up since the last time that they forced respecializing.
Do we need LOE in here? I forget.
No,
No.
I'm not seeing
Yeah, I
any
don't
shadow here.
remember going out of my way to put anything on.
No.
Okay.
Well, that was a lot of shout outs. Owl was appreciating Clint Eastwood, big fan of Westerns, Red Dead Redemption 2, Clint Eastwood movies, Sergio Leone's spaghetti Westerns. Those are very fun movies.
I watched the Battle of Buster Scruggs last night.
That's
At least the
fun.
first part.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I like.
I
What are
see
there, about 5
shorts
skits?
from that movie, and I've never seen it. Is it
It's on
as weird
Netflix.
as it seems?
Yes. It's like a series of short stories set in the Old West, and it's pretty funny in kind of a
I think
dark
it's
way.
based on a book from, is it Landon or something? Whoever the popular writer was.
Mm-hmm.
Michael? No.
Oh, no, it was long before his time. It was about 100-year-old book. And it showed the book. It looked like it was a public school reader book of some sort.
Huh.
Inquiring Minds mentioned, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" So the very first Dirty Harry movie, Albert Popwell is the robber that he first says that line to. Albert Popwell played in a lot of Clint Eastwood's movies. And if you look at my Twitch homepage, the African American gentleman wearing the dashiki, that's Albert Popwell.
Well, I ended up back in Undam for some reason. Couldn't have been anything that clicked.
Okay, so I don't have to do a full respec, but I'm going to check over things. little bit. My skills are not laid out the way I got used to them with Calrandor on Evernight, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll go blue line.
Most important skill is this one.
Oh dear.
See, I'm going to take down these virtues and find out where my weaknesses lie.
Oh darn, we have to go Nazgul hunting. I'm so upset.
Oh, man, attack mastery is fun. Strong. Crit rate is strong. Low. Mitigations are pretty good. Okay, I'll do one. Mitigation. Resistance. Tolerance will work.
Ponton used to watch a lot of Clint Eastwood westerns when he was young. When Netflix did DVDs by mail, I would get westerns. I forget who it was. I saw somebody talking about the only perfect trilogy was the Sergei Leone trilogy with Clint Eastwood as the unnamed cowboy.
Man with no name.
The Man with No Name.
And Angel Eyes.
So it goes from a fistful of dollars to a few dollars more.
Or a few dollars more, and then
the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the reason they call it the perfect trilogy, it starts out with a great movie, and then the second movie's better, and the third one's the best of the series.
It's true.
I heard about a really good trilogy. It has elves and hobbits and stuff in it.
It's not just really good, it's the #1 trilogy.
It's so good they made an MMO RPG for it.
Yeah, it could be argued that Return of the King's not quite as good as one of the first two movies. And for those of you not familiar, now I'm going to post a link to the #1 trilogy. This is well worth the watch when you get the chance.
At Mint Mobile, we're all...
I don't need a Mint Mobile commercial, thanks, though. So if you've not seen #1 trilogy, please click that link. It's pretty hilarious. Whatever his other many, many faults are, Stephen Colbert is a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
For one more.
Always. Yeah, we've got 5 at the moment.
Antler, you're level 40. You want to come Nazgul hunting with us? I would actually agree with you, Ponton. As much as I enjoyed the trilogy, and even to the degree I enjoyed the Hobbit movies, they're reasonably good adaptations of Tolkien's written work. But I was also a huge fan of Frank Herbert's Dune series, and I like the new movies, but I don't know that they're great. It's just an interesting interpretation. In fact, I don't know I could tell you my favorite movie of all time. I haven't really dwelt on it that much. I was talking to somebody and they were like, well, I don't even have a favorite album yet. And I was like, Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street, end of conversation, best album ever recorded. No reason to even debate it. And he's like, wow, that's kind of cool that you're that dead set on knowing your favorite album of all time. And I'm just like, it's an amazing piece of work. If you don't know the story behind it, the Rolling Stones were tax exiles. They had to flee the United Kingdom because they owed more money in taxes than they could ever pay. And Keith Richards ended up going to France and rented a villa. And one by one, the other members of the bands were like, I don't know where to go. Let's go hang out at Keith's chateau. And so they all end up at this house in France that Keith Richards was renting. And they just got a 4-track recorder and just started recording songs in the basement. They set up a makeshift studio and they produced this double album of blues classics and new songs, and Keith sang some stuff, and it's a fantastic album with this wide tapestry of really great music. And it just came out of this tumultuous time in their lives where they'd had huge success and they were basically kicked out of their own country for not having enough money to pay their tax bill, and they didn't know where they were going or what they were going to do. But I mean, the music itself, it's fantastic. And to sit down and listen to Exile on Main Street straight through, it's just a treat. I really enjoy that album. I enjoy the music. The story behind it is interesting, and there's a lot of great albums out there. Physical Graffiti, The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, the Stones released a series of albums in the late 60s and early 70s. If you go from Let It Bleed to Beggar's Banquet to Sticky Fingers, Goat's Head Soup, It's Only Rock and Roll, that's just such an amazing collection of music. Exile in Main Street hit during the middle of that period of creativity when the Stones were really arguably at the height of their creative power. They just put out an amazing breadth and depth of fantastic music, and Exile was the peak of it. And it's so spectacular. It's hard to wrap my mind around it. I really love that album. And I've said it before. If you are not a Stones fan, or you think the Stones suck, or they're not the greatest rock band of all time, don't share your opinion. It's just a dumb, uneducated opinion. You are arguing against fact. It is indisputable. Potton says Rashomon 1950 from Japan would be top favorite film of mine. It's just well done. Well, I think that's the difficulty with picking a favorite movie. There's movies that I've really admired from a technical standpoint. There's movies that do great storytelling. There's movies with great acting. I think bringing a time period to life that modern audiences aren't familiar with, I think that's a remarkable achievement. There's a lot of different ways for a movie to connect, And I think that's what makes it tough to pick a favorite movie for me. Getting ready to kill Uman last step and I get kicked off the game. That's no fun. You're probably using some of that shoddy AMD hardware, inquiring minds. That's your problem. Sorry, call back from earlier.
It's the deed bug.
Okay.
When you complete certain deeds, it crashes your client. They're working on it.
You had it fresh on me earlier. I was just turning in quests from Steep Set and crashed the desktop.
Okay, was Colossus based on a Michael Crichton book?
The Demon Seed? Was it
Not that I
one or
know
something
of.
else?
He did work. D.F. Jones worked in the British, building the Colossus computer and the bomb and whatever it was that they worked on during the war.
All right.
So that could be. I always wondered how he picked that name because I didn't find out about the actual computer name until like the 1990s.
That was Proteus. I was getting it mixed up.
Yeah, not Proteus. Okay.
Okay, so
Did you know that
what are we waiting
at
for?
one point Michael Crichton had the top ranked movie, book, and TV series at the same time?
What was the TV?
That's a feat.
Mm-hmm.
He was the concept author of ER, the medical TV series.
Okay. I never watched it.
Well, he was a medical doctor, wasn't he?
He was everything he wanted to be. The guy's ability to intake information and become expert at it was unmatched.
Yeah, pretty impressive individual, no doubt about it.
So, I mean, you go back to Andromeda Strain, and then he's the concept author for Jurassic Park, and that was the book that was #1 at the same time as, the movie that was #1 at the same time as ER, and I don't remember which book it was that was on top at that same time, but his writings and lectures on an incredibly wide range of topics are a thing to behold. And what's special about it is when he was doing just public lectures, he didn't sound like a professor, because so many professors sound like in the midst of, while they're trying to impart a little bit of knowledge, they're also trying to make sure you understand that they're a lot smarter than you are. He never did that. He never came across as, watch me show you how intelligent I am. It was so important to him that you understand deeply the things he's explaining. Always interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that was in a package of a guy that was also happened to be like 6'9". He was just a gigantic guy. Very interesting. All right. Were we holding for somebody else?
No, we're ready to go.
I'm sorry. I thought we were.
No, Antler's on a 40th level character, and if I'm sure of one thing, it's that Zinger doesn't want to come out and hunt the Nazgul.
No. I had no expectation of that. Yeah, that's for sure.
Horse again.
So I have no wish to lead since I'm going to be practicing healing.
I have no
And you
idea.
guys are all of these things are gray to you all, so careful about dragging me into stuff. we're gonna end up pulling half of the landscape with us.
Yeah, they don't show up on the radar. But we can kill them as we go.
Sure. At least the Sulaks don't get aggroed.
Yeah, kind of
I'm
grateful
expecting,
for
here
that.
we go, Grim
Grim
Suffering
Suffering.
is right in
Yeah.
front of us.
Quest
I'm
rings
expecting
pop
to get
up,
through
so as long as we get
most
close.
of
Wow,
Mortal
he's still
Siege tomorrow.
green to me.
Is that right? He's orange to me.
I'm surprised that he still isn't grayed out.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's orange to me.
Ah, he's grey to me, so.
I think he's probably level 130. So
130.
That sounds about right. 130 or 131.
Yeah.
It could be 132.
No, he'd be red to me.
He's level 130.
Okay.
The quest is 130. Doesn't necessarily mean that. So, I need to. Who's gonna face up?
We'll make Forbin Kid the tank.
It's not the mini.
The mini that I can barely see over the top of the grass.
Is anyone not ready?
Let me throw some quick hots. Go ahead, anytime you're ready. I mean, you guys gotta cut it down in 5 seconds.
He's down.
7.
got the base. Chop chop.
And I only
No,
died twice. That's pretty good.
I didn't pick up the quest, but I was able to finish it, so.
Okay.
That means you already had it hanging.
Oh, okay. Don't follow the crossed swords. He doesn't know where he's going.
They're generally around the edges, right?
Yeah.
Usually after that first one, we want to go pretty much north, and then there's going to be 5 of them in sequence along there.
Yeah, pretty much.
To the north side of the road.
Yeah, I just went from west to east, and then, did a U-turn, and then did east to west on the north, and I did these.
Ah.
There
The
he
woe
is.
of Khanid. Yeah.
And, oh yeah, I had already popped this quest, so.
Whoops.
Okay, we're waiting on someone.
I got the quest.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Can't fear these guys. What's up with that?
They're immune to fierce.
They might be married to Korean women. There's nothing you can do that would make a guy married to a Korean woman more scared than he is of his wife.
I don't know. I think there are other nationalities where you could say that about the women.
I know, but my lovely bride is Korean, so I have to dog on Korean women.
I mean, those Australian women, wow.
Can't even
You
imagine.
don't want,
Yeah.
you don't want to
What?
annoy
I was told they're
us.
the most submissive ladies in the world.
Australian women?
Oh,
Speechless.
excuse me while I deal with this skill breaker. Right.
Whoa! What are you doing?
Ed has 4 people following him, and he's gonna go jump off a cliff.
I was following Bidge, and my character now no longer knows where on earth he is.
I was
the-
following Dardanissa.
There's no lag, so you guys shouldn't
Well,
be
that's-
having any problems.
Yeah, and no
That's
lag,
all-
and I got
That's
yanked
always
back
a
to.
recipe for trouble.
Following me? Absolutely.
Any burglar.
He's gonna be the only red dot on my radar, so he should stand out to me.
So by this time next
There we
week,
go.
we'll all be on Lambdring, and we won't have any lag, right?
You've got to be joking.
I'd be very nervous.
Somebody already aggroed him. Are we all here?
I don't know.
Are we all
I
close
just
enough?
boomeranged like back and forth, so I don't know if it was or wasn't me. I know that I'm face to face with a mortar and
Yeah,
hopeful.
Wait, oh, come on. Thank you.
Did you put a when you get the chance, Ed, if you could put a marker on Bidge so that I can target him quickly.
I did. He's got crossed swords and he's.
No, I meant okay.
assist.
I didn't see the assist. I didn't see the assist window before.
Oh, okay. No problem.
That's weird. And I got feared at the end of that.
Yeah, I got
There was
feared.
other stuff in the way that kept me from noticing that you had an assist
Ooh,
window.
wow. I just got a client crash. Nice update.
Did you
Oh,
complete
dear.
a deed by any chance?
No. Just completed that quest.
Well, you're on a 32-bit server. That's your problem.
Well, and I'm using that shoddy AMD hardware. It's a miracle my computer runs it all.
Yeah, there are some crashes at other times other than deed completion. But deed completion seems to be the most common cause of crash.
Well, I suppose I could have gotten a rep upgrade or something. I didn't see it pop, but I wasn't really looking for it either.
I've actually completed a few deeds in the troll shows, and I haven't crashed yet.
That's because
not
it's
all
the troll shaws, yeah. Plus, you probably have all of the troll shaws all to yourself, so you'll be okay.
Well, I've got 3 more of these guys before I finish the deed. So
My computer knows what I do to it if it crashes, so it behaves itself.
Bad computer, bad.
no. You may threaten to do that to your computer, but your computer knows that you would not be able to cope without it.
I got another one sitting 2 feet over.
I was gonna
that I
say
haven't
when
hooked
you've
up
got
yet.
4 to choose from, none of them is willing to take that chance of being the last on the shelf.
Yeah, I've got
I've
a
only
spare computer I facetiously refer to as the wife's computer. And my computer should know that if it doesn't do exactly what I want it to, I will gut it like a fish. And it will be rebuilt in a way that it won't recognize itself.
Okay. Well, I've got 2.
Well, I got Lotro points for something, so I must have completed a deed. I have no idea how to read the new deed window, though, so I couldn't tell you what it was.
I haven't had any kind of a crash since the first time I logged in after the update.
Neither
And
have I.
that was
If you crash the first time, that's the usual reward track thing. Right, but after that, it's probably because of these other problems that were introduced by the patch.
You ready to move out?
Yep.
I don't know that I've ever had the client crash out because of a deed completion. I'm not saying it never happened. I'm saying I've never had it happen where I could obviously connect the two.
Bacchus checking in. Haven't played with the new deed log, but I like the look of it, he says.
Yeah. My only problem with it is that the colours can be a bit hard to read.
Oh, got one.
Yep, Banner's ruined.
Some people like it, other people absolutely despise it.
Yeah.
I had no issue with the previous one. I don't know what the main complaint was.
Everyone ready?
The previous one, it's good, but it was a bit busy. Okay.
Well, I spent 11 years working on it, working with a system where I had as many as 11 different programs open on 2 monitors. So busy is not something that is a concern.
I just completed the deed and did not crash.
Well, you're probably using proper Intel hardware with an NVIDIA graphics card.
You are actually correct.
There you go.
Okay, there's a black
Blade.
blade. Yeah.
Oh, come on! You gotta practice those things, like the big black bug, bled bad blood.
Black braid.
Oh dear.
Look, you guys, I raised my daughter on Cat in the Hat, tongue twister books.
We used to do, what was it? She sells seashells by the seashore.
Ah, that's
And-
cake.
6 sheep.
And
Rubber
Peter
baby buggy
Piper.
bumpers.
Is it?
Everyone ready? Here we go.
Okay.
He did not make it.
You had time to fear me.
That's the second time I got feared right at the end.
I've had that happen a few times while I was.
Apparently what we're afraid of is whatever comes out of him spills on your shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Might want to go around this if you
Oh.
can.
Normally better. Whoops. Oh, great.
Wait, I wanted to fish here.
Come back when they're grey, and we'll leave you alone.
Yeah, fish on your own time.
All right, fair enough.
Wow. I'm swinging hard back and forth behind the character. Just not getting lined up again. And we have a bear that's behind again.
The bear behind.
Okay. We have the quest.
Forbin Kid is at the High Sorcerer of Harad.
Oh.
I'm going to try to pick his pockets. Are we ready?
Do you really want to know what's in a Nazgul's pockets?
No, not really.
That's if they've got pockets.
I mostly just want to make sure that he's truly glad to see me. That's a different story.
Oh.
I think we're all close enough now. Got the quest, everyone?
Egartha, you with us?
Yep. I got the quest.
I draw you forth. Back to the shadow.
Uh-oh. My data crashed. Oh dear.
That's what you get for running Lotro on a Cyrex processor with a Matrox Millennium graphics card. Gotta update your hardware.
Oh dear.
Matrox Millennium.
Dear.
Come on.
Right.
How about the ATI 3D All-in-Wonder?
I mean, you sure it wouldn't run on a Commodore C64?
Hey, that had the first generation toaster graphics in it.
All right, we have to hold up, everybody. I need a fresh Coke Zero. Chair stream hype.
Dang. I was sure that my heels would keep her from disappearing.
Can you hear
Guess I got
heal
work
a
to
dead
do.
Link?
I can try.
Oh dear.
I wonder if they have big plans for stuff after the 64-bit servers settle in.
What are you saying? I got my headphones on. I listen to my stream.
They could well do. If they've got 64-bit servers, they've got a bit more room to play with stuff.
Like 4K monitors.
Yeah. I really wish they would do 4K monitors. Especially seeing as that some people have 8Ks. Alright, I'm here.
I could use an 8K monitor, but I'd have to have a 200-inch TV.
Yeah, and Those things are expensive. Oh. Did I get a D complete? Yes, I did.
This guy's gonna respawn shortly, I think.
All right, thank you for indulging me, y'all.
Oh.
I think it was the Scourge one, I don't know.
You should mount up tomorrow. He's going to respawn any second.
Okay.
Now we head.
Now we go down to the river.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot
Down,
that one.
down.
Down. What's that one old western song? Going down the river.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
What was that?
I have no idea.
There he is.
Forsaken Reaver.
One, two, three. Where's our bear? Hiya.
Okay, we're all.
Who aggroed him?
Maybe that hobbit out in front.
Hey, I got feared and silenced. That's nice.
That will slow a minstrel down.
Yep. Okay.
Usually, Cry of the Chorus is still available to break that, but I couldn't even.
Wait, nobody move. Don't go anywhere.
Ah, jeez.
Alright, one cast. I'm pretty sure the fishing's just as bad in Mordor Besieged as it is in regular Mordor.
Yeah, you're gonna get toxic filth at best.
A dirty skull. A rusty dagger.
That's what I said.
Oh man. I didn't move my fishing skill to my first slot, so I messed up. Now I gotta throw again.
Maybe aggro something next to him.
Quick, respawn the Forgotten Reaver.
It's an old boot. We ride.
Ah, that's weird. I didn't see it show you acquiring a boot.
Well, it's in chat.
Yeah,
Oh, I
can
see
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In white.
I don't, which concerns me.
Yeah, that's a little unusual. You didn't see the target assist window and the markings above Forbin Kid. The swords are kind of thin. Yeah.
No, the swords I had, but so there's an issue a little bit with hobbits. Trying to target them from any distance is a little bit weirder than the other classes or the other races. So I went looking for the assist, and I didn't see it at first. It's definitely there, but it's.
Are you telling me to stand a little taller?
So, like right now, I'm seeing 3 of our group behind me and 2 in front of us, and I'm not sure if I can trust that.
And I just ran past you.
Okay, well that is true. But see, the next to bottom thing I'm seeing on my chat window is your friend Tamora has come online.
Oh.
Very strange.
I do not have, in general chat, I don't have the line from us defeating that Nazgul.
You want to pause for a bit and relog? We can wait before.
It only seems to be affecting my chat right now, but that still concerns me. My movements are acting on command. Targeting is fine, skills are fine.
He's the Witch King of Angmar. What's he doing way out here? He should be in Angmar.
We can go ahead and go, you guys. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just checking something.
All right.
Aspartame. They say may not be good for you, but drinking Dr. Pepper Zero makes me happy. Me too.
Oh, there it is. Cool. Yeah. Well, at least I know what caused my crash to desktop. I completed the continued threat steed.
Nice.
Thanks. Oh.
Oh no.
Hmm?
You were gonna drag me through 6 Mordor spirits.
Oh dear.
It's fine.
We're honestly not trying to get you killed.
Okay, there's the quest.
Horde is a quite survivable little dude.
One of these days I'll get around to leveling my minstrel.
Okay, I got the quest.
Alright, Forbin Kid, whenever you're ready.
I'm concerned I'm seeing Tamora running in place now.
I'm seeing her do that too.
I'm not.
Patch of ice.
I'm not afraid of you.
I still get to beat him on my hunter. Okay. Now, isn't there one left
There
to
is
do?
one more down to the west of us.
Yep, he's just
Yeah.
down the hill from where we're at.
I know where it is. I marked it with a magic marker. Just have to put up the map to see where it is.
Perfect.
Mark your monitor.
Yeah, but I have to bring up the map now to see where the X leads.
His wife doesn't trust him with a crayon sharpener, so he has to make do.
Okay, Gloom of Noon. Whoop.
Watch that last step.
Yeah, it's a bit of a doozy.
I know he's here, I just don't see him.
Yeah.
I got the quest.
I heard the Scrooge emo. Oh, there he is, south of us a bit. Or north, I mean. Yeah, there's a...
Oh, there he is.
Slightly downhill.
Okay.
Would that be the master we just killed?
Lord has Cloak of the Night.
Okay, so
Well, we're all done here. I'm going to port to Bree. And then freelancer Andy Garther can enjoy Fallen Kings.
Yeah, so since this is where I want to be, region-wise, I'm just going to run over here to the nearest stable master and go back to Dingard. Age.
It is said that the nine Nazgûl would assemble in those days of battle to best their greatest.
Singer says there's still time to uninstall the game before he pulls you in.
those who dared face them in combat.
Ginger's heading for bed. Ginger, thanks for hanging out. Also, thank you for helping answer the question, what is a mudroom? While you guys are getting ready, I will go grab some blankets out of the dryer. I'll be right back.
okay. Now, freelancer, are you going to heal on Cord?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You get to DPS.
Yay! Yeah, once I get
I would tend to recommend that, well, I mean, RK always has some heals available, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so given that it's sure that I'm going to get feared and bounced around a little bit, it'd probably be helpful if there was an occasional bear-sourced or RK-sourced heal provided.
Yep.
I've got a Hearten here and there, or composure, I should say.
I've got 2 here, 2 heals. 3 if you count my big heal. But I need to have the achievement for that big one. And the healing stone I can throw up. So.
Yeah, we should be fine.
And my cleanse is the group cleanse if we need that.
Good, because my cleanses are targeted.
No, I haven't.
Actually, no, it's not. It's targeted. Okay, I misread it. Yeah, I thought it was a group cleanse, but it's not.
Yeah.
I have a 10-second cooldown on a fellowship cleanse.
Okay. So far, only Egarther has uninstalled the game. No, he's here. We're waiting on Freelancer. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do scrolls.
Oh, I got my scrolls on. They're going now too.
Okay, we've got scrolls and tokens. So we should be right.
Up.
Oops.
Alright.
Send the little guy in.
Yeah, let's go.
Put Melody of Battle on Bidge. I do have a combat res, so you have your choice between putting a DNF on Bidge or on me.
Actually, probably put it on you. Because it's you've got the combat res.
Face the terror of the shadows.
In our group on Evernight, Ed was our arcade. He very often would put his DNF on War, who was our tank, but probably about evenly split with putting it on the minstrel. Hey, and there I go.
But I am not beaten. Fear the shadows, mortals, for it is there, and I...
Yeah, like normally I would put it on the tank, but if we've got a combat res in the group, it's worth putting it on them as well. Don't forget to heal yourself.
Puddles, who got the puddles? Hey. Oh, man, slash and smash.
Whoa!
Yeah, I got ran into a corner and I couldn't get away from the puddles. That was highly annoying. Gippio checking in. Gippio, you're like an albatross around my neck. I hadn't died all night and then this. Gippio shows up, boom, down I go.
He had reflect. Does he normally have reflect?
No, not that I know of.
Bane of Rune?
Well, I wasn't doing any damaging skills, so it wasn't reflections.
Yeah, I thought it was puddles. Besides, if he was
I had
reflect,
stepped away from the puddles, and then they both came over and took a swing at me, and that was all.
if he was reflecting, the champion would be the first one dead.
Yep. Dang.
I don't think we have to start from scratch, do we?
We'll soon see.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like all 9 of them are still up there.
Okay.
Rebuff then.
Yeah, their puddle technology is strong.
I know the first race says your time has come. At least he didn't say your time is up.
Well, I guess as long as I'm shouting out some streamers.
So did we determine if they were reflecting damage?
I think it was just puddles.
Okay.
I was looking at it. There was some reflect, but it was like 400, 500, 600. So that wasn't the main source of the damage. It was mostly puddles.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
All up?
Yeah, I'm just looking at what killed me. The deepening gloom. I think
I was going to say it was probably one of the Nazgul.
Well, see, I got hit by one for about 6k. The other one hit me for about 12k. And then the deepening gloom is what killed me.
Do they come out in random order?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is not a consistent order. One active puddle. There's the bubble, buddy. Bubble under Bria. Targeted. I'm going to change which anthem I use and do mitigations. Stick to anthem exposure.
Beckons me. I draw you forth.
Beard and getting hurt. Come on.
Who wants a whooping? Come on out.
I challenge them to get right by.
Yeah, gets where too.
Yeah, they've done that to me too. It's like you can be just standing there, and they
I do
come
a
straight
state break
for
and
me.
I didn't even finish the animation for pulling the state break and I feared again. And I'm rooted? Or is that rooted, really?
No, they're running.
I may be vested into the heart. Fear the shadows, mortals, for it is there that I...
Fortunately,
Oh,
his
his
spears aren't
spear,
that long.
yeah, his spear is shorter always.
Nice.
Okay.
Who wants to go loot the chest?
Oh.
I'll get it. I'll put sprint on so I can get there quicker.
There you go. All right. Well, that was fun.
Hmm.
You're welcome for the shout out, Antler. And Bacchus and Gipio. And Inquiring Minds.
See, what do we got here? Level 130 ring. That looks pretty good.
We got a 130 pocket item of might, if anyone wants it.
Yeah, that I don't need.
Yeah, mine are gonna get broken.
Crafting material.
Yep. Oh, darn it, I've got that bug again. I thought I'd actually fixed it.
The sound.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, you know where the task boards are at Belphilus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's like some random NPC playing a flute, and it's just so repetitious, so annoying. I filtered that thing out. It's like, oh hey, the background music here is really nice. You never get to hear it because that stupid flute is just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out the sound.
Usually if you just go back to the main menu and then log your character back in, it'll clear it.
Yeah, I just wanted to try and filter it.
The problem is you'll actually complete a deed for clearing annoying sounds and then it'll kick you out of the game.
The problem is working out which sound it is.
Oh, you're trying to filter a particular sound?
It's the bugged background sound from the Nazgul from the 9. Because it's still with me also. So hang on a second. If I go
I
to...
think I've found it. I think it was Dread 02.
Dread?
02.
Let's see. probably right, because now when I hit record, I was seeing Dread 01. I have not seen Dread 02.
Yeah,
But that definitely stopped it.
I'm sorry, you said you wanted to rerun it on tier 2?
oh dear.
Just wait till
Okay.
you're old enough and you won't have to filter any annoying sound out.
And at what age would you say that would be?
Yeah.
As soon as you can't hear the sound anymore, that's the age.
Uh-huh. Well,
I think Forbin
after
Kid
working
might have
on
a couple of
F-14s
years
for
on you.
2 decades, I left the Navy with almost the same exact hearing test as when I went in.
I think I have a little advantage on everybody for age. if I'm trying to pass a percentile score.
Well,
I could get my mom to play, and she'd be the oldest player I'm sure ever playing. I won't tell her that though.
Oh dear. No, well, I know Freelancer's older than me, but only by about 10 or so years, I think.
When I first got into the business world, the first computer we had to work on was a 5K computer. $250,000, $150,000 or something. It was. We upgraded to 10K.
I was
You talking about the memory?
Yep.
Magnetic bubble memory?
No, I don't think so. Maybe it was. Yeah. Now that I think about it, it was the whole side panel, but it was interesting because you think, well, if you go from 5 to 10K, you're doubling your memory, but actually, with everything loaded, it took up about 4K, and then you had about 1K that was swapped in and out. So when you went up from 5 to 10, you went from 1K being available to 6. So it was like a 6 times improvement.
Yep.
That's how I justified it, anyways.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Cord hit 130, so should we go get the discovery for Battle of the Stairs?
No, I haven't even gone into Elder Slate at all.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
what else would you like to do?
Today. Oh, don't even worry about me. If you're going to do any of those things, I'll switch to Crasher.
It's just up for discussion. What do you guys want to do next? Woe of the Willow is the featured instance.
That's a 3-man bow.
I know. I was mentioning it because it is not helpful.
Deeping Wall 12-man.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's only 5 of us.
I know.
And Deeping Wall is a pain in the backside.
Even with 12 people, they better know what the hell they're doing.
Why are my epic battle skills zeroed out? I've got all my points available, but none spent. This is wrong. When did that happen?
Did we ever do the challenge mode for Kidzil Collab?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So you guys don't have the Dances with
Dances
Tentacles
with
title?
Tentacles? No.
I don't think so.
I am right up to that. I actually have the quest to go find Elrond outside of Kidjil Kala. That's the only part of Veils that I haven't done yet. Because I was trying to get myself through all of the front end of Black Book to get to Mordor Besieged as quickly as possible.
I'm out of Coke Zero, so I'm going to open this one. I brought a spare.
I thought you meant you were all out of Coke Zero.
Oh, heavens, no.
I was waiting for a Dr. Pepper or something to show up.
Man, I rolled into the office this morning after I took Mrs. M to physical therapy, and I went and grabbed my big 52-ounce refillable plastic cup off my desk and went down to the cafeteria, and I was pouring a Coke Zero, and I was like just sucking a sip off of it before I even refilled it and put the lid on it. I'm like, I might actually have a Coke problem. It could be real. I said, if Coke Zero is my heroin, then Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is like my methadone. If I can't get the real thing, it'll do in a pinch. Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is pretty darn good. I think I told the story before. I think it was last year sometime, but like I hadn't gone to the grocery store, and I think it was before I started getting groceries delivered, and I woke up like Saturday morning, and I was like all in a panic. I had 2 Coke Zeros left in the fridge, and I'm like, oh my god, I only have 2 of them, and the store's clear up the street, and my car's running just fine. What am I going to do? I was like, okay, calm down. Just go buy more. But our Coke Zero level here at home actually governs when I order groceries. If I get down to my last 6-pack of pop, I put a grocery order together.
You don't drink coffee at all? Because that would be available for backup.
No, and what's weird about it is I'm pretty omnivorous. I'll eat or drink almost anything, and I've just never cared for coffee. Just never did anything for me. Didn't like the bitterness. It's like, no thanks. Fair enough.
I lost a bet many years ago because I always took milk and sugar in it. And co-worker said, if you take it without sugar for a week, you won't go back to putting sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no way. And after a week,
he was right.
He was right. Yeah.
No.
He was right. Trying to put sugar in it again after that was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, and it was still, after a week, it was still, I just didn't mind it. But then after about 2 weeks, I put it in by mistake out of habit, and I dumped it and redid it.
Well, and I always heard when I was a Coke Classic drinker, it's like, oh yeah, after you drink Diet Pop, regular pop won't taste right anymore. It's true. About once a year, I'll drink a regular Coke just to see if I can do it. And I don't hate it, but it's not what I'm used to. It's not what I want anymore, which is kind of weird.
I found sweets with a regular pop didn't taste right, like a chocolate bar or something, but they weren't too bad with sugar-free.
Yeah, you can eat candy and drink a diet soda, but boy, don't do it with a regular soda.
I'm actually getting sleepy, so I'm going to call in a night.
Antler, I'm glad you got to hang out with us. I know it was a huge thrill for you. Good job on putting up some work for the shooty boats. We'll see you tomorrow, or Sunday anyway.
I just got stuck. So I can use a stuck, unstuck, or can anybody summon?
You can use...
You can't. I don't think you can reply to a summon.
Oh, okay. Because I know if I put the quest log up, I can use one Mithril coin to go to a quest, or I can use unstuck.
Is your character moving, like twitching?
Yeah.
So a lot of things that you would normally be able to do, it won't let you do while you're moving.
Yeah, /stuck will work.
Yes.
usually will work. If it doesn't, you can always just crash your client.
I did that in one spot where I was stuck, and it wouldn't clear it.
Right.
And
the last time I
found out. That's when I found out the mithril coin would work.
The last time I got stuck on something, I was in a place where I really didn't want to go back to a res circle or something like that. So I X'd out the client, and then when I came back in, I was still in the same condition.
South to the aid of Aragorn. We came
Which is
upon
very
a
unusual. I've never had that happen
Gwillian,
before.
called the Old Woman of
Okay,
the
looks
Mountain.
like we're doing Storm.
She sought to raise an army of ancient evil
I'll
to
be a
aid
minute.
the White Hand
Okay.
against Rohan.
I think
was our duty.
yeah, it takes one.
That's a
minute.
3-man, right?
To keep
No.
her at
No,
bay.
it's 6.
Come on.
Oh,
And I even bumped it down to 134 so it would be closer to your level. Because I am so considerate. Gipio says Apex has been rough this evening. I have not been keeping it classy. Yeah, nobody showed up Saturday night, so I only streamed it for a couple hours. And then what was I think it must have been Tuesday? Nothing went right. I was doing shooty boats and I got mad at shooty boats, and then I was playing Apex and I got super mad at Apex. It wasn't even that the matches were terrible. It's just I was playing with randos and it was like they were all just lemmings trying to run forward to get murdered as fast as they could. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do Lotro. And Forbin Kid was on, and that was the night we did Saragost. And we did it on tier 2, and I got murdered a lot. But we got through it. Without that, I might not have had enough Light of Ariandel to get through the Abyss.
I had my Guardian that I haven't had out for a long time. And he's 150, I guess.
We all here?
Yeah.
Hang on just a second, please.
Okay.
I'll,
I was just going to click on Sarah. No big deal.
Where? I can't find...
And just for the record, Apex Legends is a horrible game and nobody should play it. It's soul-crushingly awful. Yeah.
Especially not when Ed's playing, because he's likely to turn the air blue around him.
He'd rather kill you than look at you.
I can't find the button for my skirmish soldier.
Oh.
Well, that's strange.
Yeah.
I forgot we
Maybe
even
under
had 'em.
skirm skills. Oh no, that's just direct. Yeah, it should be.
No,
under
you
skirm
can
skills.
call him from that, and I will, but why don't I have the button? Button. Who's got the button?
Could it just be that you've
It's a
not
it's
dragged
a
the
widget
button?
in reposition UI. You might have it under something else.
Nope. Hang on. So I have a let's refresh the layout. No, it's not present in the UI. That's all right. I can call it from. The heck kind of a soldier do I have anyway?
You called it Joanna.
Yeah. That's actually a family joke. Is that a protector? Alright. We're...
Joanna's holding a shield. She's probably a protector.
Yeah, it looks like she's a protector. Because that's my protector up there. The dwarf.
Yeah, downside to those is they have a habit of running out and attacking things when you don't want them to.
Well...
Everyone ready and for me to draw some fire.
Seriously? I just completed a deed for Deathmonger Slayer Advanced.
Okay, nice.
That's funny. The Skirmish Slayer deeds, it's like you do that first one for only 3, right? And then the second one requires, what, 50?
Yeah, I think some of them are 5 then 50, aren't they?
5 then 50, could be, yeah. And you know, when you're first getting started and you get that first one, you're thinking cool, and then you see how many it takes to get the advanced one, and you're like, what the heck?
Exponential growth.
Oh, I got praised Hate Monger Slayer.
I think I can say that deed was started 11 years ago.
Everyone ready to go through? Oh, was there counterattack?
Yep, wait here. They'll come to us.
Back. Probably go ahead and start on a second set of LIs.
Level 140.
Well, the issue with the minstrel is if he wants the quality at healing a fellowship, and he only wants to use one set of LIs, it becomes really difficult to solo. You give up so much, so it's really best to have 2 sets. And you can have a good DPS set and a good healing set.
Okay, there's an encounter.
Yeah, I think it's behind the stuff in front of us.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh no, it's right. It's behind us. It's coming up behind us. He's done.
Nice work.
We have to take out his minion.
We've got Primordial Rat. Watch out for the It's crashed. It was my turn to crash.
Oh dear.
Did someone see if I got something that indicated that I dislocated?
No.
Doesn't.
You get 10 crashes and you complete a deed.
But that deed will cause you to crash.
Sounds like an infinite recursion, doesn't it?
Yeah. We missed a light over here.
Alright, we can hold up here and wait for Egarther to get back. Chat's quiet. Clearly, we're not talking enough about food tonight.
Well, I was just thinking about having a pizza when I'm done.
That sounds like a great idea. What
Yeah,
kind of
we've
pizza?
Frozen.
Well, pepperoni
Well,
combo.
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian
A
pizza.
little hard on the teeth, though.
Yeah.
Just to make your day.
Okay. Well, our bear's back online.
This might go against your Canadian heritage, but they're even better warm.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, we're just having plain old hot dogs
All
for
set?
dinner tonight.
Nothing wrong with a
Up.
plain old hot dog.
Unless it makes you sick. Unless it was norovirus.
Although I accidentally ordered 2 packets of hot dogs when I did my shopping, so I'm going to have to work out what I'm going to do with the second pack. Coming.
So that's the chat topic. Besides grilling them and putting them on a bun, what else do you do with hot dogs? Cooking-wise, we'll keep it family-friendly.
Boil
Yes.
them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
What's
I
potatoes?
put them in a tortilla wrap.
You know, I haven't had pigs in a blanket for years.
What the heck? That was interesting.
We got an encounter.
We get the minstrel back up, please.
Yep. There we go.
Can't even take a nap around here.
Baka says you could always do a quick and dirty Italian peppers kind of thing with them. We occasionally slice them up and mix them in with the mac and cheese. They're also good in SpaghettiOs. I don't know if they still sell the SpaghettiOs with the hot dog already in them, but that used to be a thing.
dragons that come here, if I recall.
Drakes.
Drakes. Do we do the drakes before?
Yep.
Woman or
Yes.
I thought it did not make it.
Just a bit hungry.
In the patch notes where they showed changes to each of the classes, one of the few things that they had for minstrels was that AoE heals would impact NPCs as well. I'm not seeing it. No, that's not true. I did see Saradan taking some health from my heals. Okay.
Oh, there's a chest here.
Some of the other NPCs were not being impacted by. Maybe it's just not just general NPCs, but NPCs who are named as part of your skirmish group or instance group. So Saradan is definitely getting healed.
There's different like designators. He's a defender, but the drummers might have been something else.
Right. Oh, you know what NPCs were definitely not being impacted?
I found it out there, not in the box. Eat it.
Okay.
Well, our skirmish soldiers are. So, healing works on skirmish soldiers and skirmish partners or instance partners, NPCs. That's cool.
Yeah, hot dogs and chili is kind of a natural. Hot dogs and pretzel buns.
You have the canned chili called Stag, S-T-A-G-G.
Yeah, we do, but I just don't have any in the cupboard.
Yeah, I buy that just for, to have on hand.
And chili.
Well, best I can do. Peanut butter sandwich.
I mean, it's okay if you're putting stuff with it.
Have I discussed my culinary creation from last weekend? Did I mention this Wednesday?
I think you did, but
with the
different
frozen
audience,
waffles?
so.
Okay, yeah. So I had some frozen waffles in the freezer. Mrs. M wasn't asking for waffles. I'm like, I gotta do something with these waffles. So I made her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich using 2 toaster waffles as the bread. And it makes the peanut butter all nice and warm and gooey. They were delicious. As soon as I made one for her, I made one for me, and it was like, oh, this is good. So if you got frozen waffles, you got peanut butter and jelly, boom, you got something special right there.
I can't keep those things around my house, or I'd be buying the Canadian maple syrup, and I'd be going through a gallon of maple syrup a week.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that maple syrup from the French Canadian mafia?
Yep.
The maple syrup mafia?
Watered down.
Hot dogs and noodles. I had an old roommate of mine who he made some instant ramen and diced up some hot dog and threw some frozen peas and carrots in it. And he was so proud of it, like he'd made some kind of great gourmet meal. I was just like, oh,
I mean, been known to take, when I really want something super quick and easy, is like just a packet of instant ramen and a pack of soup mix, the kind that you just put in the cup and then add boiling water to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cup of soup and ramen noodles.
Yes.
Easy peasy. What do you do with the seasoning packet from the ramen?
Oh, I add that in.
Okay. So it just makes an extra rich broth?
Yeah.
Because you've got double the soup base, essentially? Nothing wrong with that. Well, I have to be up in 4.5 hours, so I think we're at a good stopping point for tonight. My thanks to Bria, to Freelancer, to Forbin Kid, and to Egarther for all joining me tonight. And appreciate everybody out there who hung out with us and watched. Glad you guys are all here. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I will be on my channel this weekend, probably acting badly. Poteen is up and streaming. He's playing Lotro. El Galadwin is playing Baldur's Gate 3. So we will raid Poteen O'Bowen. Tux Ramus is up streaming Star Trek Online. A lot of good streamers still on tonight. You don't have to go home. You just can't stay here. Let's go say hi to Poteen, and I will see you all next time.
Look, please don't anybody run from the chat too quickly.
We'll have an offline meeting about our server migration.
Okay.
I assume that's what Freelancer wants to talk about. I don't think it's about NBA playoff potential.
Okay, what do we got? We got wolves.
No.
Okay, this stream has switched over to Poteen's.
28 viewers.
Well, you know that is not necessary, but I'm sure.
So,